This is what Bitcoin is really saying on the charts. Saying, come here. Ethereum, come here. Solana, come here. Altcoins, come here. All of you, stand in a line. Stand in a line. Welcome back to the channel. This is your boy Ahmed at Altcoin Era. I know. Everyone promised you altcoin season. I should have been a contrarian. I should have taken the other side, but it is what it is. We're going to explain what's really going on. Make sure to like, subscribe, and join our private members. We got QT, QE, and QT. But the most important part is this. The majority of the altcoin market got it absolutely wrong. They tried to jump the gun before the Fed started QE or stopped QT. We all thought that QE in the near future will happen, but as of now, QT is still here. So what normally happens is we have a period of QT marked red, then we have a period where there is no QT or QE. Dominance moves sideways. Then we have QE. We have a break for around a month, 2 months, 3 months, and then QT begins. The issue is this. Participants have finally capitulated and found out what I really meant by saying altcoins are just a liquidity play. If you look at the overall markets and altcoins, they're very correlated. For example, the economy in Main Street, I'm talking about in Main Street, is not doing well. I don't know where you're from. Maybe you're from Europe. Maybe you're from America. Conditions in the market are not doing very well. Wall Street is doing extremely well. However, Main Street is not doing as well. Altcoins are similar. Just imagine altcoins as Main Street. At the moment, Bitcoin has decoupled. It belongs in stocks now. All over the web, everyone's calling for altcoin season here. Altcoin season, we got it wrong. The herd went one way. I should have been a contrarian and should have taken the other side. But it is what it is. It happens, okay? Altcoin season will arrive. However, it's not going to arrive when we think it's going to arrive. Multiple participants believe that history will repeat itself. We still have some time. This is altcoins performance versus Bitcoin. In 2027, made higher highs, higher lows. In 2021, made higher highs and higher lows. In 2025, unfortunately, as you can see, you don't have to be a rocket scientist to see this, we're making lower highs after lower highs after lower lows. Very different. We're in extremely different market conditions. We've got token unlocks happening this year of $74 billion in 2025. That's going to add more sell pressure. We have tens of millions of coins now. Like, let's not lie to ourselves. So it's more and more important to allocate our funds in the right areas. And number 2, I promise you, holding always wins. Right now, everyone's playing hot potato. They're going to all cannibalize each other. Pump.fun completely annihilated the altcoin market. But it's not only Pump.fun, it's you the market, that have chosen Pump.fun. It's no one else's fault. They put out this platform and it was you, participants, that chose to participate in this big casino. The fees are going up, transactions are going up, everything's going up across the board. Participants look like they still want to continue to play in this big casino. The good news is mindshare has decreased for meme coins. It's gone down to 3rd place. DeFi is at 2nd place. What does that mean, ladies and gentlemen? Sound investments fundamentals are coming back into the space. Before, whenever you had a coin listed on Binance, it would go up massively. It was a sign of a huge pump. However, in this cycle, Binance is dumping it on us. This is the BTI. You can find it on indicators right here. The BTI, you simply put this here, and it has all the indicators all in one. This is the 2017 cycle. This is the 2021 cycle, and this is the cycle here. As you can see here, it hasn't all flash red. This needs to all flash red to form the peak. Here, as of now, Bitcoin is still not flashing red. It has all the indicators, yeah? Every indicator that you can imagine, it has it. Bitcoin still has massive room to grow. This is not the peak. But our problem is not Bitcoin, like I said. The decoupling event is here. Unless we bridge that gap, ladies and gentlemen, we're still going to be decoupled. Institutional buyers are not going to pivot. The last cycle was very simple. Participants will buy Bitcoin during the bear market. It will rally. They'll take profits. And then they'll move to Ethereum, large caps, altcoins, small caps, micro caps. This altcoin season is vastly different. None of this is happening. And I'll tell you why. Does anyone hold Bitcoin? Anyone? Put your hand up. Put your hand up. Honestly, does anyone in the room hold Bitcoin? You do. Retail are not in Bitcoin. So they would normally sell their assets in Bitcoin and move down the risk curve. This time, institutions are buying Bitcoin. It's decoupled and it's linked closely to the S&P 500. Smart money and institutions are moving their Bitcoin, their ETFs, etc., and they're going to MicroStrategy. And they're earning 27% yield on top of their Bitcoin. 27%, 3 months return. Not bad. Not bad at all. We're in limbo, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? I'll give you the good, the bad, the ugly. Most likely, this is what's going to happen. Altcoins are getting devastated by the meme coin casino. Meme coins, casinos, all of that. They're still going to exist. So what happens next? It's quite simple, really. Ethereum, Solana, ADA, AVAX, XRP, all of these big coins will get an ETF. Institutions are going to start buying these altcoins. As for the meme coin casinos, as for the shit coin casinos, they're going to still be around. They're still going to be around. But institutions are going to start buying altcoins. The total crypto market has made an all-time new high, just over here. If you look very closely, we've retested this area. That's a positive sign. This is total 2, excluding Bitcoin. And as you can see, we formed a double top. It's not a good sign. We're now retesting these lows. Let's have a look at total 3. And as you can see right over here, we broke this area. Now, remember, I was talking about this a long time ago. I said once it breaks this area, we're heading to previous all-time highs. We did that. This was the pandemic lows or a recession. And then, ladies and gentlemen, we had QE. QE is very important. I'm telling you, there is a massive correlation between Main Street and altcoins. If you look at the state of Main Street, I'm talking about the actual economy, is very similar to altcoins. It makes sense, to be fair, because the majority of participants are retail. And where are they? They're in Main Street. They're not in Wall Street. You can all agree that we all jumped the gun. We thought the Fed is going to cut. QE's around the corner. Q1 is typically when Ethereum goes parabolic. However, it didn't. I want to speak about Ethereum, trust me, in detail. We have DeFi market. So as you can see here, the previous all-time high was 190 billion US dollars. I know, without a shadow of a doubt, I know this is heading way higher. In the future, it's heading to $1 trillion US dollars. Larry wants to put stocks, bonds, treasuries, all of them into the blockchain. Then we have the crypto market, excluding the top 10, formed a double top. We did form a bearish signal, which is a double top. However, all we're doing is forming higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. I'm only going to worry when we break this previous low over here. If we break this previous low over here, then we're in trouble. Okay. I want to give you one more correlation. Some participants compare this cycle to the .com era. So we're going to look at the NASDAQ 100. In my personal opinion, altcoins are the NASDAQ 100 of our generation. If you look at the .com era, we wicked all the way to 4,842. Total market cap went to around 10 trillion. 10 trillion. That's massive numbers, you know. If it's adjusted to inflation, that's probably 30 trillion. Crazy numbers. It was a massive, crazy time. Google, Amazon, Microsoft, they were all there. What happened was, I think for another 10 years, we never made a new all-time high. For another 5,754 days, we never made all-time new highs. Some participants might compare the .com era to the altcoin era, but there are some vast differences. Number one being Total 1 and Total 2 and Total 3 made previous all-time highs. We formed a double top just like this. However, it didn't take us 10 years to make an all-time new high. It took us 3 years to just get to the previous all-time high. I don't think we can compare the .com era to the current state of the market now. We've seen this time and time again. People and participants get uber bearish, but we need this in markets. We have to have this in markets. People have to get shaken out. They have to. Let's talk about the elephant in the room. One of the reasons your altcoins are underperforming is because of Ethereum. Yes, I'll explain why. Ethereum is like the bedrock of crypto. It really is. It really is. Your altcoins are way more correlated to Ethereum, then Bitcoin. And I said this previously. We broke my area right here. And this could be a capitulation moment. We wicked all the way to 0.02 right over here during 2020. There are a lot of participants, especially in the class of 2020 and 2021, that came into altcoins. If you bought at the same period, your Bitcoin denomination will be exactly the same. Basically, you wasted your time. In layman terms, Bitcoin has told Ethereum on this chart that basically you just wasted your time with all the smart contracts, with all the stable coins, with everything. Bitcoin is basically saying, I like your tech is good, but you didn't need a token. You never needed a token in Bitcoin denomination terms. In USD value, we're all going up. If your alts are not outperforming Bitcoin, you have a big problem. If you came up to me and say, Ahmed, altcoin era, please just lend me one Bitcoin with no interest. Just lend me Bitcoin, one BTC. And I agreed. And I said, all right, no problem. Here's the one Bitcoin. But come back to me in 5 years time and I want that one Bitcoin back. And you came back to me and you gave me 0.5 Bitcoin. We have a problem, my friend. We have a big problem. So whatever you done with that money, if I told you, listen, do whatever you want with that money, invest it, gamble, speculate, double it, flip it, whatever. At the end of the day, I only want my one Bitcoin. And you came back to me and you done everything. You done everything. Smart contracts, stable coins, NFTs, meme coins, DeFi, DePIN, you name it. And you came back and he's like, oh, here's your 0.5 BTC. My friend, you just wasted your time. We had the merge right over here. Remember the merge? Everyone was elated, amazed, it's deflationary. Wow. And during this bear market, everyone was shocked. Everyone was shocked because it was outperforming Bitcoin during a bear market. During a bear market, it only went down from here to there 42% against its Bitcoin denomination. Everyone was shocked, surprised, right over here. The Ethereum ETF came out. Boom. Gone down 60%. My Lord. We just had an Ethereum ETF and it's gone down on its Bitcoin pair. You can't make this up. So you're telling me Ethereum outperformed during a bear market and underperformed during a bull market. Does that make any sense? Does that make any sense? This was the chosen child. This was the chosen one. I'm animated for a reason because let's just say we go back up. Okay. We need to go. We need to go 500% against this Bitcoin pair. 500% to just get to parity. 1 for 1. Just to get to parity, my friends. This is highly unrealistic. So most likely we are probably going to get to the merge period. That's a 238% increase to Bitcoin. You just been moving sideways against Bitcoin. In just 10 years, ladies and gentlemen, from here all the way to here in 10 years, give or take, all right? 2017 all the way to 2026, Feb. In 10 years, Bitcoin just turned around and said, listen, you just wasted your time again. Bitcoin's going to turn around and go like this. You thought you was clever. There's only one thing in life Bitcoin can never, ever beat. Have a guess. None of us can. Have a guess. Time. None of us can get our time back. And you know what they say? Everything goes to zero with enough time. That's it for now. Just a quick roundup. This is probably a capitulation moment. Max fear. We're going to see a bounce sooner rather than later. I'll see you soon. Make sure to join our private members. Peace.